Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, we are going to be making a doll backpack. So, the first things you're going to be needing are duct tape, I just showed scissors, and a ruler. This is out of duct tape, of course, and then your doll, Ruby. I'm using her as my little model. So the first thing I'm doing here is cutting out a piece of tape, and I'm going to make this piece of tape 3 inches long with a little bit of extra room, just so I have a little bit of extra room to use. So just laying it down there, and then I'm going to do that with another piece of tape also. Yes, stay tuned to the end for a tiny stop motion with Ruby in it. So, you do want to stay tuned. So, I'm just ripping the piece and then putting it on top. I like ripping it more than cutting. I feel like it works better for me to cut a tiny bit and then rip. But anyway, I put it on top, and now I'm just measuring it again with my ruler, and then I'm going to fold over the end of this duct tape, because one was a little bit longer than the other one. You could cut it off, but I decided that it would be best to fold it over. So I'm going to make a few more pieces of this. I think I'm going to do 2 more after this one. So yeah, as you can see here, I'm putting the 3rd strip on, and then that's going to be one side of the backpack. And then I'm going to trim the edges. So trim, trim, trim with my scissors. After I finish that, I'm going to make the part that's going to connect at the bottom. So I'm just putting that onto the bottom there. And then I'm just going to leave that like that. I'm going to use another piece of duct tape to see how long that is, because I think it was a little bit over 3 inches. So just making sure they're about the same length. And then I'm going to start the other side of the duct tape. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. As you can see, I'm finishing up by making sure it's super duper the same. And I'm not counting that 4th piece at the end because that piece is how I'm going to connect the two, so I didn't count it. So then we're just finishing this off with the other side of it. Putting it down, make sure it's super even, and then smoothing it out. Then trimming off the sides like I did with the other piece. Pretty, what's the word? I don't remember the word, but pretty self-explanatory, I guess. I don't really know. Repetitive or same. Tedious? I don't know what word I was trying to use. Anyway, as you can see, this is how I'm just showing you how I'm going to connect them. Just like this. I'm going to leave some space of duct tape open, because then I'm going to take another piece of duct tape and put that in the middle of those two. I don't know why I decided to do it that way, but I don't know. That's how I decided to do it, so, there probably is an easier way to do that, but I just thought that would be the best way. Sorry, I'm moving around a little bit, if you can tell. So, sorry about that. So now I'm just going to trim that off, and then that will be the huge part of the backpack. Okay, so now we're making the flap on the backpack. So I'm using a different color duct tape because I thought it'd be cool if the other piece of the duct tape was a different color. So I'm just going to make this 2 pieces of duct tape wide. So here I'm just putting that. I mean tall, not wide. Okay. Anyway, so there we go. That's the 2 wide, 2 long, I guess, pieces of duct tape, and they're both 3 inches, but I'm just going with what I already had. So there we go. That's our flap. And then trimming the sides, making sure it's all nice and neat, and then trimming the top a teensy bit just so that it's all even there. And so this is how it's going to look. I just showed you a little bit of how it's going to look afterwards. So now I'm making the sides fit, and I decided to use this hard duct tape again. So the sides were a little bit difficult, but it was okay once I got how I was going to do it. So I'm just taping a teensy little piece on one side, and then after I do that, I'll tell you, doing that. Then I'm going to open the backpack up like this, and then I'm going to put a piece of the duct tape that I used. I don't know, what would you call that? It's metallic, I guess. duct tape, silver, let's call it silver. And I'm going to put it there so that that's going to be like the inside of the backpack there. And then I'm going to leave a little piece of duct tape there as extra so that you can so I will tape that to the other side of it. You'll get it once you see. It's kind of confusing to explain, but I'm just trimming this little piece off that was excess. After I do that, we fold this backpack up, and then I use that little piece, just that little piece that's sticky, to tape it there so that there's a little room to open up the backpack if you wanted to. Sorry, changing positions again. But yeah, so that's what I did there, and then just being careful how I put it back down because I wanted it to be like perfect with just the tape. So then I'm taking a little piece of duct tape and taping it at the end of it so that it's not open at the end, and then I'm checking it here and then putting it. You can't really see, sorry about that, but yeah, that's what I did there. Ripping it off because I like ripping better, and yeah. So now I got my sister to help me with the other side because it was kind of hard to get in there. So I would recommend getting someone to help you with that. Since one side's already closed, it was just easier with a helper. So, just trimming off the duct tape. I've been trimming in this video a lot. And here I'm showing you just how it will look at the end. So now, what am I doing here? I don't even know. Oh, wait, no. Oh, I'm making the straps of the backpack. So with this, I cut a piece of duct tape pretty long, and then I teared it in two pieces that are pretty equal, and then I folded each of those pieces in half. And you want it to be pretty long. I had one piece before this, and I thought it would be long enough, but it wasn't. So, just make sure you have pretty big pieces. And then I have my two pieces. The way I'm going to tape it on is by folding it over like this, and then taking the piece of duct tape that I have here, come on, holding that down, and then putting that little piece of duct tape under there to secure the straps onto it. It's kind of hard to explain, but you can sort of see what I'm doing here. And then again, I'm going to show you because I thought it was needed that you see the other side. So I'm just putting it under. I don't know. You could probably do it the other way. I just thought this way would look more like a backpack, and then the straps would stick out a little bit, so it would be easier to put on. And here I am testing out one side of it, and for me it worked. So, oh sorry, the feet look really weird there. Yeah. So I was just showing you guys how it kind of looked on her back with one strap. So now I'm going to be making the thing that goes in, that secures the backpack closed. It's going to go on the top right there, like that. So I'm going to tape that down right there. Took me a few tries to get it the way I wanted it. So yeah, tape that down, and then here I'm going to be folding this piece of duct tape just in half. The other one I folded in 3 pieces, but with this I'm just folding it in half. Putting a little piece of duct tape to make it a circle, sort of. And then I tape that onto the back, to the thing. I guess I didn't really show that. But anyway, I was just trying it on here, so now it's on here, and then putting the books in it. But you can sort of see here how I did that. I didn't really show it very well, but whoopsie. So, I'm just showing that a bunch of different things fit in there. I put 3 things in there, and there was still a little bit of room left. As you can see, the little thing just slips through there, and that is it. And then here's the little step up. Recording, make sure it's recording. Well, anyways, hey guys, I thought I should show you the cool backpack that Olivia made. So here it is.